Tommy Rosney's My Kind of Country is sponsored by Phil Mack's Country on the Costa.
Well, joining me here on Johnny Cash's farm in Middle Tennessee, we've been watching a great double act here. Clare from County Louth and Rhonda is from the West Coast, but I'm not sure if it's Ireland now or the States. Rhonda, the West Coast of where?
Of America.
California, is it?
I was in Oregon, and I grew up in Washington State and then lived in Oregon and just moved to Nashville last year.
And great. Do you two girls work together as singer-songwriters?
Yeah, we've written a few songs, and we have our first cut coming. Yeah, we've written a Christmas song with the famous Corey Lee Barker here. So T. Graham Brown and B.B. King's daughter, Claudette King, has cut it, so it's going to be released at Christmas.
And tell me, Claire, for a minute, how did a girl from County Louth end up in Nashville?
I know, it's been a long road, but I moved to the UK first, and then I was headhunted and ended up in Sweden for 5 years, and then I decided to make my move to America and decided to choose Nashville. So I'm here about a year and a half now.
And what about you, Rhonda? How did you end up over in this part of the world?
In 2016, I announced that I wanted to make a country album. I had 3 Christian albums up until now, and 2 weeks later, I had a mini stroke, and I couldn't speak, and I ended up in the hospital that night, and doctors found an inch-sized aneurysm in my head, and I had brain surgery that next week, actually. And so 3 months later, I said, I'm still making that darn album, and I showed up here in Nashville 6 months later, recorded my first country album, and I haven't stopped being here since. So I've written 200 songs since then.
It's amazing, on the way over on the plane I was watching a movie, and it was about a girl from Scotland. It was called Wild Rose. Did you see that movie?
I have.
And it's about her. Yeah. But the girl actually who played the part of her was an Irish girl, just a thing. But it's like that. It's about it's amazing, the amount of people. The first time I came out to Nashville was 94, and it's changed big time since then. But the amount of people who've moved in, very talented singer-songwriters that might be here for years, and nothing ever happens. Some of them would give up and go home, but I suppose if you stay at it, all you need is the one song maybe to get it going.
I think Claire and I have had the same passion and vision. We met a year ago just on Facebook through the internet, and exactly 1 year later, and they say it's a 5 to 10 year town, but exactly 1 year after meeting each other, we got our first cut.
So it can be done.
And so it can be done. And it's not, it might not go anywhere. We might not make a dime off it, but we got that cut. And that first one opens the door to the second one and then the third one, and we're here at Johnny Cash's.
I'll tell you to give you a bit of good news. When we were out here last year, we were introduced to 2 girls. One was called Presley Tucker and a girl called Spencer Balotelli, and they went under the name of Reverie Lane. And we just did an interview with them out in their houses. And since then, the girls have been over at Country to Country in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
And they've been actually in the UK
they're
there
so
recently,
good.
and they're going great too, and they're great folk. And listening to the 2 of you there, why not?
Plenty of stories.
2 good-looking girls,
Okay, what's ours? We need a name. We need a name.
Yeah, we need a name. Well, you have Rhonda. She's Funk.
You saw it here
Funk.
first. Yeah, there
You
you
should
go.
say west to east or east to west.
Oh, actually, because I'm
Ooh.
East Ireland and you're West Coast of America, so...
Okay, I like it.
I'll be wanting to share now with the first 1,000 that comes out of that because I suggested it.
Yeah, we'll call you.
No problem.
Don't worry.
Any videos?
I just have some small, just low budget, just live feed things happening on YouTube. Rhonda Funk Music is my social media, but I don't have any really professional done videos yet.
But it's funny you mentioned about YouTube, but for artists now who be independent artists, social media is great these days where you can go on YouTube or Twitter or whatever.
You just people love raw and real and the action. So I'm always on live feed stuff, and I get 1,000 people will watch it in a week's time, and it's just that's. People love it. They love real.
They do. They want to see the product. Honestly, my whole career is from YouTube. I got headhunted and got signed by a major label and ended up in a band in Sweden just from some videos on YouTube. And then I think it was Trans-Siberian Orchestra contacted me through YouTube as well. They're big here. So, you just never know who sees or is looking.
Come here, let me tell you, what do you make of an event like this, Network? Is this your first time at this one?
Yeah.
It's great, isn't it?
It's amazing.
People from either the movies. It's like people from the movies
from
or whatever.
everywhere.
Everybody.
Yeah. It's a great mix of just creatives all in one, I was going to say one building, but it's everywhere. This place is huge.
But when you stand here and just stop for 1 second and think about who walked this ground and who belonged to, and the people that have come before us. And you know, one of the advertisements for the event was it's where the dreamers go to dream, and this is it. It feels like the beginning of something amazing to be here tonight.
Well, that's
really
great.
does.
Come here, do you get home often, or do you go home often?
I used to a little more than I do now. I'll go home for Christmas now about once a year, possibly twice, you know. But I left Ireland a very long time ago to do my music, so but that's why I wrote a song about Ireland, because I always wanted to remain a massive part of my life. So,
Come here, do you want to say hello to anybody back home now?
Oh, of course. Hello to all my immediate family, all the Cunninghams, John, Trina, Ian, Mark and Laura, and my little nephew Liam. But you know, we're also spread out. We've ones in Australia, America. But Mum and Dad are still at home in County Louth, in the house that Dad built.
I want to visit there with you.
You're
sometime.
going to.
Oh,
You're
have to
going
come over to Ireland. We'll have to get you up to Donegal if you get over
Yeah,
there.
and it's
Yes,
beautiful
I'd
up
love it.
there. Beautiful.
Absolutely.
So,
Well, come here. It's been lovely talking to you girls, and
Thank you for having
go and
us.
get a bite to eat now because you've been on there for
No,
the
we're
last,
getting the whiskey.
There's supposed to be no whiskey here tonight. It's supposed to be dry.
It is dry. It is. Yeah, we're lying.
Shane might give you a wee drop of his if there's any left.
Yes, indeed. Thanks for
Girls,
having
nice talking to you and lovely
Very
meeting
nice
you.
talking to you. Very lovely to meet you.
too.
Thank
you.
Tommy Rosney's My Kind of Country is sponsored by Phil Mack's Country on the Costa.